Hey guys, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Kuat Transfer V2 one-bike platform rack on our 2020 Chevy Colorado. Now this is going to be a great way of getting those single bikes on the road with you, and what's going to be a great option with this as well, as we are having a wheel mount on here, and we do have a platform style that's actually hooked into our wheel. We will be able to go ahead and use our carbon frames on this bad boy. So if you're looking for a way of getting that lightweight carbon frame on the bike with you to the trails, this is going to be a great option. As well as with a 60-pound weight capacity limit, we're going to get most of those heavier bikes up on here too. So I could even see us putting some of those electric bikes up on here. However, make sure we're taking that battery pack out. Don't want to be exceeding that weight limit for sure. And anything we can do to take off the stress off our bike rack and our bike is going to help in the long run. Now with this being a wheel mounted on here as well, we're going to fit most of those step throughs as well. Those women bikes and those kiddo bikes, we're not going to have any issues with the frame as we do have the wheel mount. So this makes this bike rack a very versatile form for us. Going to be able to get a lot of those on the trail with us. Taking a look at the bottom end here, we do see it does have an integrated cable lock. Now the cable lock isn't on here today, but it does come with our package, and all we have to do is simply loop that through the frame on itself and click in right here, and you do see it does have a locking core for us right away. So that's going to be a great way of making sure that our bike stays on our rack when we leave it unattended. Taking a look at the wheel cradles themselves, you can see this arm system can be very, very easy to use. And taking a look too, you can see that this just is a simple plastic ratchet strap here. And all that does is simply go around our tire and just keep it nice and secured, so we're not going to be bouncing up, not going to have any issues with there. See, pretty standard cradle length as well. Going to be able to fit most of those standard bikes. You might have a little bit of issue with those fat tires, as you can kind of see. That's going to be a little bit shallower of a wheel cradle there. However, going to be fitting most of them in here. You can see once we get this bike off, we have actually a lot of grooves in there. So let's go ahead and take a look with this guy off. But before we do that, quick little thing about this guy as well with the transfer. As you can see down here, we have this little foot lever down there. That's simply going to allow us to access our tilt-away feature. So making sure we're grabbing our arm here, pressing down, and allowing our mass to drop down. That's actually going to let us go into the back of our truck bed here. As you can see, pulling down our tailgate, we're going to have a little bit of contact on the bottom pedal there. You can see just a little bit. So I wouldn't have any weight on here. As you can see, we're not really activating our hinges yet. Putting a little bit of weight on that pedal. However, maybe now I can go ahead, I can get my cooler, slide it to here, take the weight off with me, and kind of get it out of there. It's going to be a little bit nicer than having to get it above this huge wall. Keep in mind though, I wouldn't try to put any weight on here. As you can see, that is going to be pushing on our bike rack and our bike. So tilt-away feature, not getting that full access. However, we still are able to kind of squeeze a little something through, so any kind of versatility we can get there is going to be nice, especially getting into the back of our bed. So let's go ahead and see how hard it is to get this bike off. All we got to do, come up to our wheel strap here, throw that through, and then simply holding onto our bike so it doesn't tilt into us or our vehicle. And as you can see, this ratcheting arm system is going to be very easy to use. Just has a little lever right there, and we slide it up to secure it. All we got to do is slide down. As you can see, it's going to ratchet itself in place. Going to be doing a good job of holding our bike on there. So for today, let's go ahead, jump it up, and as you can see, we can push it to the side, making this dismount really easy. You can imagine too, with 60 pounds, you're going to get a little bit heavier bikes on here, so actually being able to get up close and personal, going to be nice, getting underneath that weight, not getting it overextended in front of us, going to be very helpful for us to get those heavier bikes off. So I really like how easy that is to walk in. Now this version does actually have a couple more multi-bike options for you. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you a lot more bikes on here, that's definitely available. And what's great about that too is it does have that same design where you can just walk them in. So if you're looking for a way of just really, getting underneath that weight, making it real easy for yourself to take off, I think this is a great bike rack of just being able to walk in and get it set. Taking a look, we can see these cradles now without the bike there. So you can see they have some inner grooving here. It's going to be great for our standard tires. You can see mountain bikes can be filled in those. And again, you're probably going to fit some of your fat tires on here. I just starting to be getting a little careful when I'm starting to get really wide. So see, it's going to have a nice little ledge there, and especially in here too. This U-bolt design going to be doing a great job of actually holding in our wheel cradle. So with any hitch mounted accessory, we are adding length to our vehicle, so it's important to keep in mind just how much we have, especially being a little bit of a longer truck. So going from the rear of our bumper, and it looks like to the very end here, going to be about 25.5 inches or so from the rear of our vehicle. Now that's a little bit of a decent spread. Definitely nothing too crazy though. But you know, maybe we want to pull it in the garage. Maybe we got the bikes off and now we want to park it. What can we do to actually shorten down that length? Well, we can come back to that lever here, and I'm just going to go ahead and push with my hand since I'm right here, getting that up all the way, and then I can just simply walk our mast up into position. As you can see, it's going to click in place. No pins I have to worry about. Not going to be misplacing those, you know, those safety pins and going, oh no, where did I put it? Now I can just leave it there, and as long as that's nice and locked, we're not going to have any issue with it going down the road or while we're getting it parked. And let's go ahead and see how much length we actually saved down there. Looks to be about 14.5 inches. So already 10 inches we've saved. You know, you can imagine you are getting that nice stable platform on there, but it is adding a little length. So anything we can do to shorten that up is going to be nice. As you can see, hopefully now we can get in the garage, close it behind us, and we won't have to be transferring this guy. However, it is very lightweight as well, so it's not going to be too much of a hassle to actually take off. Moving our way down here, as you can see, another important dimension to keep in mind is our clearance. Now, being up in the truck, I don't think we're going to have too many issues at all. However, going from the rear of the ground to the bottom here, looks like we're at 17.5 inches clearance. So keep in mind, as those front wheels go up, the back will go down, and so will everything on our hitch. However, I think with 17 inches, we're going to be sitting pretty nicely. I don't think we're going to have any issues hitting the ground. And taking a look at the very end here, this is actually our anti-rattle device. And you can kind of see in here, you will have an included Allen key that will be special. It's going to have a little bit of an indentation, so this will actually work as a security measure too. So this is actually going to tighten down, and as it does, it's going to get it in line with our frame. As you can see, I'm shaking that whole vehicle. That's going to make a nice smooth ride for ourselves and for our bikes. Going to feel a lot less play as we're going down the road because we're not going to have nearly as much wobble. And you can see the shank is an 1.25 inch shank naturally. However, it does come with a 2-inch sleeve adapter that we're utilizing today. And then we just have a simple bolt to actually hold our position in and a little pin. That's actually just to get our alignment done. As we talked about before, we are getting nice and secure with that anti-rattle device. So, going to be doing a really good job of holding itself in there with no issues at all. You know, if I'm looking at this seems like a great way, if I just want to be a solo biker, of getting my bike to the trail with me. You know, it's a nice stable platform rack, and it looks really good. Kuat, always making nice products. I like how the locking core is right here, and I really don't think you can beat the versatility of it as well. Getting a lot of the bikes up on there with 60 pounds, carbon frame bikes, going to fit most of our needs. This lever system makes it very easy to just get up and go. As you can see, I don't have to get down there with my hands and my knees, you know, start fiddling with pins. All I simply have to do is actually press that lever, and I am good to go. Well, I think that about does it for our look at the Kuat Transfer V2 one-bike platform on our 2020 Chevy Colorado. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.